And today we're doing a deep dive that's been put together specifically for you. We're exploring this really fascinating case study, looking at how a specific AI application really changed things for a business in a very real-world way.
That's right. We're focusing on a hospice in Los Angeles, specifically their business development workflow, and how using Claude AI from Anthropic combined with something called Zapier's model context protocol wasn't just theory, it genuinely transformed how they work.
Okay, so let's paint the picture. The material introduces us to Sarah. She's in business development, covering a huge area in LA County hospitals, assisted living places.
All those places where relationships are absolutely vital, right? Connecting families needing hospice care with the service.
Exactly. Her job is all about building that trust, understanding needs, nurturing connections with healthcare providers.
And the source makes it clear she's fantastic at that part. Relationship building, that's her core strength. But like so many people, she faced this big administrative burden, tracking everything, reporting on it.
Yeah, the notes mention a massive time sink, a 90-minute meeting every single week.
90 minutes, just explaining activities and trying to get the pipeline updated in their CRM system.
Wow, 90 minutes. When your real value is being out there talking to people, that sounds painful.
It really does. And even though she was great at building rapport, actually capturing all that, rich detail, the nuances, the personal touches wasn't consistently getting into the CRM properly.
So the manual process was a bottleneck.
Totally. It created inconsistency in the very records that should have been helping her.
Okay, so you've got this really skilled person, Sarah, getting bogged down in admin. And the valuable stuff she's learning isn't being fully used because documenting it is just hard.
Yeah, it's a classic problem, isn't it? Process getting in the way. They needed something to capture that intelligence, make it consistent, free her up without just adding more data entry work.
And that's where this transformation comes in.
Right. And the case study credits a Michael Bowers with implementing it. The core tech. A Claude Max account, tied deeply into HubSpot, their CRM, and Google Workspace. But the real magic ingredient mentioned is this integration layer. Zapier's model context protocol.
Zapier MCP. Okay, what makes that so special?
Well, it's not just basic plumbing connecting A to B. The model context protocol, or MCP, lets Claude AI understand the live state of things in HubSpot or Google Calendar. It can interact in a much smarter, more context-aware way.
Ah, so it knows what's already in the CRM, for example.
Exactly. And that deep link is what led to the first big win, those monster 90-minute meetings. Slashed. Down to focus 30-minute strategic planning sessions.
It's like that. An hour back every single week.
An hour back. And it wasn't just found time, it was freed up because Claude AI, working through Zapier, was automatically doing things like the CRM updates, drafting initial emails, scheduling follow-ups.
It took over the routine tasks.
Precisely. So they started getting real-time business insights, even competitive analysis, because the data was captured and processed instantly, not, days later in a manual updates log.
And for Sarah, the impact.
Huge. The study quantifies if 52 hours returned to her annually. That's over a full work week back in her pocket. Time she could reinvest in what she actually does best, building those relationships that drive referrals.
52 hours. That's not trivial. Okay, let's get into the nuts and bolts. How did this actually work for Sarah day to day? The study calls it the voice-to-action revolution. Sounds dramatic.
It kind of was for her workflow. The core idea was getting rid of the friction. No more traditional note-taking or typing into CRM fields after a meeting.
So what does she do instead?
Michael's training focused on using Claude AI's dictation feature. But not just for transcription. It was about using her voice as a direct input for her thoughts right after meeting someone.
Like a brain dump.
Sort of, yeah, but focused. The training was key. Speak naturally, concentrate only on remembering the details of the conversation, the relationship dynamics. Don't worry about CRM fields or report structure. Just get the important stuff out of your head immediately.
Offload the memory burden, basically.
Exactly. And you've got that great example in the source material, what Sarah actually dictated after one meeting.
Right. Let me find it. Yeah, here it is. She finishes the meeting, hits record on Claude, and just talks.
Okay.
Just met Dr. Patricia Williams. She's the medical director over at Sunset Manor Assisted Living in Westwood.
Keep going. It shows the richness.
Okay. She mentioned they're seeing more families needing hospice referrals, but they're really struggling with making that transition process smooth. Sounds like they're currently working with 3 providers but aren't happy with the communication flow. She seemed really interested when I explained our 24/7 Family Liaison program. Got her direct number. It's 310-555-0123, extension 405. Oh, she mentioned they have about 120 residents there, mostly private pay. Made a good connection. We talked about her daughter starting USC pre-med program.
See? It's got everything. The business need, the pain points, the competitor insight, the specific hook that 24/7 program key stats like facility size, and that crucial personal detail about the daughter.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that builds real rapport, but it's often the first thing lost when you're rushing to type notes later.
Absolutely. And it's gold for actually building the relationship, not
Yeah.
just tracking it.
And then the notes say she just snaps a photo of Dr. Williams' business card.
Yep. Uploads the photo with a simple prompt, something like extract contact details and integrate with relationship context. Just natural language.
Okay, and this is where the Claude AI plus Zapier MCP really kicks in.
This is where the automation cascade happens. Based just on that voice note and the card photo, the system doesn't just file it away. It performs a whole sequence of strategic BD actions automatically.
Walk us through it. What happens first?
Okay, so first, Claude AI reads the card, pulls the details, and matches them with the context Sarah just dictated. Then, boom, Zapier adds Dr. Williams to HubSpot. Not just her name, it creates the contact linked to the Sunset Manor facility profile.
Automatically adds the organization too.
Nice. And then it does an opportunity assessment right away. It calculates potential value. The example used 180K annual potential based on the facility size and what Sarah said about referral needs.
Hold on, it's not just adding a contact, it's assigning a potential dollar value based on her spoken context.
Yeah.
It's like immediate strategic insight.
It is. Then it flags the other providers mentioned and the communication issues as competitive intelligence in the record. And, this is cool, it performs personal relationship banking. That detail about the daughter starting USC, it's tagged and saved with the contact, making it easy for Sarah to recall later authentically.
That's smart. It's like an external memory for the human touches that supports her natural style.
Totally. Then the system drafts a strategic follow-up email, not generic. It pulls from the dictation and mentions the transition challenges, highlights the 24/7 program as the solution, and subtly weaves in that personal connection about the daughter.
So it's tailored based on the actual conversation.
Exactly. And it doesn't stop there. Zapier schedules follow-up reminders in her calendar, even suggesting optimal timing. And finally, based on all this, it automatically updates the opportunity stage and probability in the HubSpot pipeline.
Wow. Okay, let me recap. Quick voice note, photo upload, and automatically contact created, facility linked, opportunity valued, competitors noted, personal details banked, tailored email drafted, follow-up scheduled, pipeline updated, all of it.
All of it. Zero manual data entry for those core steps. No forgotten details, no delayed follow-ups. It's a massive time multiplier.
You can see how that would change things. And you mentioned it changes those weekly meetings too.
Fundamentally. Because Sarah isn't walking in needing to spend 45 minutes recounting her week.
The system already knows.
The system handles the what happened before the meeting. Claude AI, through Zapier MCP, analyzes her whole pipeline. It flags key competitive insights, territory trends, big opportunity shifts, and it actually generates the meeting agenda based on what's most important that week.
So they start the meeting ready to talk strategy, not just catch up.
Precisely. And during the meeting, they use Google. Claude's dictation is on again. The training helps Sarah get comfortable just talking naturally with her manager about the tricky relationship stuff, the strategic choices.
While Claude listens in the background.
Yeah, identifying key decisions, potential action items as they discuss them. It could even surface relevant data or suggestions in real time based on the conversation context, again through that Zapier integration.
It's like having an AI assistant right there in the meeting, capturing the important bits.
Pretty much. And then after the meeting, the automation loop closes. Notes generated, stored in HubSpot via Zapier, action items captured, assigned with deadlines, follow-up sequences triggered based on decisions made, calendar updates scheduled, all automatic.
It completely flips the meeting's purpose, from looking back to looking forward, all because the grunt work is automated.
And that's the core value multiplication idea, right?
Yeah.
The study really stresses this. The tech amplifies Sarah's relationship expertise. It doesn't try to replace her. It removes the blockers.
How does it amplify specifically? What are the mechanisms?
Several key ways mentioned. One, capturing and analyzing every interaction builds this deep relationship intelligence. Two, the automatic assessment of market position and opportunity value gives her instant context. Three, it ensures perfect timing and messaging for follow-ups using all that captured detail. Four, AI-powered insights help guide her overall territory strategy, where to focus next.
These aren't small things. These are real strategic boosts. So the bottom line, what were the results after 6 months?
Pretty striking. They saw a 34% increase in referrals over that period.
34%. Wow.
Yeah, and the study directly links that to the better relationship management and, crucially, the systematic, never miss follow-up this system enabled.
In hospice care, referrals are everything. That's huge.
It really is. Then there's the time savings we talked about, 52 hours a year back for Sarah. Plus, operationally, 100% follow through on action items. Nothing fell through the cracks anymore.
That reliability must build incredible trust with referrers. Forgetting a follow-up can kill a relationship.
Absolutely. And the final result was that strategic evolution. Meetings became genuinely about planning, not just reporting. It unlocked strategic thinking time for the whole team.
Okay, this sounds amazing, but probably not plug and play. The training aspect from Michael Bowers seems critical.
Oh, absolutely essential. You can't just drop this tech on someone. The study details a 4-week training plan. Weeks 1 and 2 were the foundation. Getting the tech connected right, Claude, Zapier MCP, HubSpot, Google Workspace, mastering that voice dictation technique, learning the business card processing, and importantly, embedding their specific business development strategy into how Claude was set up.
So tailoring the AI to their way of working.
Exactly. Then weeks 3 and 4 were advanced workflow, using it for territory analysis, getting competitive insights on demand, fully automating the meeting cycle, ongoing optimization, and yeah, some advanced prompting, but more for tuning the system's background rules, not for Sarah's daily use.
Right, so the complex stuff was for setup and tuning, not her day-to-day. The philosophy holds. Tech serves the human.
That's the message. It's about amplifying her expertise, not making her a tech expert.
And while this is a hospice example, you can see this applying elsewhere, right?
Oh, definitely. The study makes that point strongly. Any relationship-driven business where expertise is key but admin is a drag. Professional services law, accounting other healthcare fields, tech sales, anywhere that capturing detailed context and ensuring perfect follow-up matters for growth. This voice-first, AI-automated approach seems widely applicable.
What makes this particular combo, Claude AI, Zapier MCP, the strategic advantage here?
The study highlights a few things. That direct system integration via MCP is huge. It's smarter than standard APIs. It enables intelligent workflow completion where the AI understands the business intent behind Sarah's words. The voice-first design makes it easy to adopt. Seamless document processing, like the business cards, embedding strategic intelligence specific to BD. And it learns getting better over time.
So it's context-aware automation driven by natural language.
Exactly, which leads to the ROI they saw. Time recovery, sure, but also enhanced relationships, better competitive intelligence, professional development for the team, and a model for scalable growth.
Okay, so pulling this all together from our deep dive today, we followed Sarah's journey from being, frankly, bogged down by admin, despite her skills, to becoming this AI-enhanced strategic force. By smartly layering Claude AI and Zapier MCP, her core strength relationship building wasn't replaced, it was unleashed.
Yeah, it's a powerful example of using AI not just for efficiency, but to truly enhance human capability. It delivered real, measurable results by letting a skilled professional focus purely on her highest value work.
And it really makes you think, doesn't it? Look at your own work. Where are those time drains? Where does valuable insight get lost because capturing it is just too cumbersome? This hospice story offers a blueprint for how that might change.
And it leaves us with that final thought from the source material, which is pretty provocative. The future belongs to professionals who amplify their expertise through tools like Claude AI, plus Zapier MCP, not those who get left behind by manual processes.